Alright, race fans, we're here at Myrtle Beach tonight. Short track racing under the lights. Got about a minute left of practice, in which case we're going to transition over to the 5-minute qualifying runs. So far, we have about 6 drivers in this session right now. Got 7 right now. Loaded up already. 30 seconds left of practice. Got Bruce Pearson on top of the charts with Alan English in second, Greg Clyde third, Alan Brown fourth, and Derek Schimmel fifth. All within 0.3 of a second of each other. This track is extremely difficult to run. It's like any other short track here. You're using a lot of wheeling. You're wheeling this car a lot through the corners. But it's just as wide as, we'll say just as wide as like Talladega. You can go 3 wide at this track if you can. Some cases even 4 wide as long as you can make it stick. So I do, with how wide this, I mean, the straightaways are incredibly wide. The corners are wide enough to really get a like a side-by-side 3 wide style move and all that sort of stuff. So we got drivers coming out on pit road right now, getting it set up for qualifying. So we'll go ahead and get the timer started here. Got 5 minutes of qualifying. Oh, looks like there is a little bump on the XL1 that drivers are gonna try not to hit. That's, I don't know how long that's been there. Just don't hit that bump on the apron there. That was a little weird. This track is just as short as... Oh, God. I had a track in mind, and I raced it in Newark. I can't remember what it was called. I don't know why I can't think of the name. Once it comes back to me, I'll let you guys know. But this track really reminds me of... I think it's Iron Windale, I think. No, not Iron Windale. It kind of looks like Iron Windale, but it also kind of reminds me of... Five Flags in some way. It's a mix between Five Flags with how like wide and short it is, and a combination of USA International with how the back straightaway's length is. And these drivers can make moves on every lane they can as long as their car can manage it in that said lane. On the bottom, on the high side, even at the top side. So far on the pole is Derek Schimmel. Second is Eric Fiorello. In third place is Greg Klein. Actually, no, excuse me. Bruce Pearson's in second, Greg Klein third. So tonight, here we are at Myrtle Beach. Turn 3 on the exit of 3 looks so wide. You could really like drive the car as long as you can manage it on the exit of quarters. And a lot of drivers are running the middle and high line. We're seeing a couple drivers use the bottom line, so they're still trying to find the correct lane for this track right now. Got Myrtle Beach. Unfortunately, there's no like... For some reason, there's no picture for it other than it's just this. So, half a mile racetrack, shorter than Iowa. I think it's just as short as Bristol. I think Bristol's the same track length, I think. Got relatively close to it. Well, for the weather for tonight, we are going to have somewhat cloudy conditions. Track temperature is going to be 60, about mid to upper 60s, so we're going to be seeing the track's going to be a little slick, but I expect if these guys can get a little bit of a green flag run in, car will definitely get looser on the longer runs, whereas on the short runs it may not be so loose, probably a little tight. So we've got about a minute left. Minute and a half left of qualifying, and so far Derek Schimmel, Bruce Pearson, and Greg Clyde have the top 3 positions. Got 8 drivers Looking forward to taking the green flag for tonight's race. Last week at Texas, we saw a caution-free race, but it wasn't short on action as well. Action all throughout the entire racetrack for the lead for like third place on back. Lots of battles going on. Tonight we're probably going to be seeing the same thing. We're going to be seeing a little bit. I don't think we're going to see a caution-free race because it's a short track. It's very difficult to get a caution-free race at a short track no matter what you race in. But do expect to see long green flag runs here, and we do expect to potentially see something like we're seeing right now between Jimmy Wessel and Greg Clyde. A little bit of battling between fellow drivers. Speaking on Greg Clyde has taken the pole position away from Derek Schimmel, 0.03 of a second faster, and that'll be enough to get him on the pole for tonight's race. Got 75 laps around this racetrack with a time limit of 40 minutes. So the starting lineup will scroll all across the screen right now. And I'll go through it as well once we get to the gridding session. So Bruce Pearson ends up third. Evan Longacre in the 4th place spot. 5th place goes to Alan Brown. 6th place goes to Alan English. Jimmy Wessel and Eric Fiorello round out the final 2 positions in 7th and 8th place. So as these drivers start to grid up, let's go ahead and let's pull up the grid once more. So on the front row, we have Greg Clyde and Derek Schimmel. Derek Schimmel just 0.03 of a second off of our pole sitter's time of an 18.065. And in row number 2, we have Bruce Pearson and Evan Longacre. Evan Longacre 0.2 of a second off the pole sitter's time, whereas Bruce Pearson still just below 1/10 of a second off. Row number 3, we have Alan Brown and Alan English. Alan Brown has a 18.299, 2.5 of a second slower than the pole sitter's time, and Alan English sat basically relatively close to the same time, 18.306. We got row number 4, we have Jimmy Wessel and Eric Fiorello, and that will be our final row for tonight's race. So as these drivers grid up, since there aren't too many drivers, we're probably going to see more spread out action and less chances of like several cautions tonight. As these drivers only have 40 minutes. By the time they take the green flag, it'll be about 39 minutes. There was also that little bump right there, so I bet they had to be careful right there. I think they'll get the 1 degree next time by. I don't think they're going to go racing here just quite yet. So 75 laps around this racetrack, ladies and gentlemen, with, of course, the track temperature being at 65 degrees. We're going to get set to go racing here at Myrtle Beach. Short track racing once again. Under the lights. Surely going to be some pretty good racing here. Space car peels down to the pit road. We'll get set to go racing here. Drivers get ready, getting all bunched up. Greg Clyde going to lead them to the green flag here. Green flag's out here at Myrtle Beach. We're racing. Derek Schimmel takes the lead going into 1 and 2. Pole's about a car length and a half gap already. Battle for third. Evan Longacre holds the 3rd spot right now, but he's trying to look for 2nd. Alan Brown trying to peek underneath Bruce for the 4th place spot. Didn't quite get him there. Alan English going to look to the inside of him. We got a battle for the lead brewing up here. Looked like it for a second there. Greg Clyde gained back that time that he lost. Oh, Alan Brown hard in the wall. And he is spun around. I think also collected Eric Fiorello in there as well. Let's go back one more time and look at Alan Brown real quick. Got tied off the exit and smashed right into the wall. Tried to keep it on the wall. Wouldn't hit anybody else, but he ended up hitting the number 3 car of Eric Fiorello. One more look at it here. He tried all he could to not hit that wall, but it still wasn't enough. So we're under caution early on in today's race. Derek Schimmel has the point so far. Greg Klein second, Evan Longacre third, Bruce Pearson in fourth, and Alan English rounds out the top 5. So 5 laps will be completed when they cross the line this time by. It looks like you don't really want to, I guess it'll be that same situation that we saw in a couple weeks back, where you don't want to get on the throttle too early, because if you do, you'll end up getting really tied off and really not what you want to have happen, especially at a short track where you need to have a lot of momentum go your way. And you don't want to get on the throttle too late, or else you're not going to have any momentum to really go anywhere. So that's going to be the challenge for tonight. These drivers are going to have to find ways to find the perfect medium, we'll say, to try and not get tied off and not get too loose off, or get on the throttle too late that they can't get a run. Should be getting the 1 to go signal this time by. No, there'll be, yep, 1 to go. Alright. So when we have this restart here, 7 laps completed. A couple drivers did go down pit road. Half the drivers went down pit road, from Alan Brown all the way down to Eric Fiorello. They all stopped. Everybody in the top 4 did not make that pit stop for the caution. As the pace car is down pit road, we'll get the green flag once more. Green flags back out here at Myrtle Beach. This time it looks like Greg Klein. Oh, his big stack up. Oh, and around goes Evan Longacre in 1. Wow, that was a huge stack up in 1. I think the inside line had a terror. Let's look back. There's Derek Schimmel. He has a terrible entry and checks up everybody. And Alan Brown gets into Evan Longacre. Well, actually, no. Jimmy Wessel gets into Alan Brown, which turns him into Evan Longacre. So that stack up caused 4 drivers? Yeah, 4 drivers on the inside line to get some sort of damage. And out of all that, Greg Klein takes the lead away. And then Bruce Pearson is up to second, as Derek Schimmel falls back to the 3rd place spot. So it looks like that inside line is just not where you want to be on these restarts. So we've seen in these 2 restarts where whoever's been on the inside just hasn't gotten the luck that they needed. And they keep getting overtaken, heading into 1. Alright, so we have 2 to go signal here. We'll get the 1 to go next time by. And when we restart, we'll have 11 laps, or no, we'll have 12 laps completed when we get the restart. Great Klein so far with the fastest lap, 18.196. Two cautions as of right now. We got the 1 to go signal here. We'll get this restart here going for everybody here. 12 laps going to be completed when they cross the line. Greg Klein and Bruce Pearson make up the front row with Derek Schimmel and Alan Brown in the second row. Pace cars down pit lane, just awaiting for the green flag to wave here. Up through the gears we go. Once again, green flag back in the air. Greg Klein actually gets a good run into one. Oh no, another accident here. This time with Schimmel. Let's look back. Oh, Schimmel gets really loose on the exit of one. It just loses the car completely. I thought there may have been contact. Let's go back once more. I thought there may have been contact between him and the 72, but I was wrong. You'll see the car just slide out right here. I don't know exactly what caused that. Wow. It looks so like normal, and then all of a sudden, bam, just snaps. There was contact between him and the 72 once he started getting sideways, but the initial contact happened right there while the 69 was completely sideways. We'll get a look on the restart here from the cockpit of the 69 machine. Oh yeah, got on that. He got on the throttle way too late. And he didn't even get on it that easy too. He yanked that thing to the ground, which that's what caused him to spin out. Because when you do that, your car will immediately want to spin out because of the wheel spin that would happen. Front two did not change on that last restart. It's still going to be Greg Klein and Bruce Pearson. Third place will be Alan Brown. In fourth place, Eric Fiorello. And in fifth place, Jimmy Wessel. The 1 to go signal here. Left 17 laps completed when the pace car goes up in lane, and we'll get the green flag. Entering 3 and 4, we have the pace car down in the pits, and we'll go up through the gears once more here at Myrtle Beach.
Green, 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 green.
There's the green flag. Bruce Pearson gets a good restart, but so did Greg Klein. They're going to be side by side heading into 3. And coming to the line, it looks like it'll be Pearson who's going to lead that lap. Still side by side exiting 1 and 2. And now Pearson will be able to clear the 92 that's exiting 2. But Greg Klein did not really lose much ground on the 21. He'll be able to make a move here shortly. Oh, another spin in 1 and 2. So Alan Brown again that got turned sideways once again. Hasn't had a good day whatsoever. Let's go back and see what happened. He was riding along in the 3rd place spot with a little bit of damage from the last incident with Derek Schimmel, but he was hanging on to it. It's like heading into 1 and 2. Eric Fiorello just may have misjudged the breaking point. Caused him to We'll see it once more here. Yeah, lots of drivers really misjudging their braking points. Not only themselves, but their fellow competitors' braking points. We'll see it right here. Yeah, Eric just had no idea that's where Alan was going to be braking. Ended up also giving a little bit of damage to the number 1 as well. So, 3-car incident. Biggest one? No, is that the biggest one of tonight? .23 laps completed when they crossed the line. We got Bruce Pearson leading with Greg Klein second, Evan Longacre in third, and Derek Schimmel fourth, Alan English fifth, Jimmy Wessel sixth, Alan Brown ninth, and Eric Fiorello in eighth. Alright, one to go here. Alright, we'll be 1/4 of the way completed on the laps. Once we get this restart here, Bruce Pearson gonna lead them to the restart. Green flags back out.
Green flag.
Still side by side for the lead. Greg Klein peeks out ahead. As the caution comes back out again. This time it looks like, oh, got two drivers. Evan Longacre and Derek Schimmel turned around on this back straightaway. See what happened here. See what happened between these two. If anybody else got involved. Ah, Evan Longacre just got turned by Jimmy Wessel because Jimmy was trying to go low. We'll look at it from, let's go to Jimmy Wessel real quick. Go on his gyro cam here. You'll see on this restart the 69, Derek Schimmel get tight on the exit. You'll see the 1 car try to veer low so he doesn't end up hitting the 69. Accidentally ends up hitting the 95. You'll see right here. There's the 69 getting into the wall. And Jimmy just tried to late react as best as he could, but it ended up him getting into the 95. Back under caution once more. Almost halfway through the timer. So at this rate, we may end up getting like 55 to maybe 60 laps in. So we may not get the full 75 laps in, but we're going to get at least half of it done tonight. Because even while pacing, these drivers are still setting solid like 41 second lap times. Which is about the same time as the Indianapolis 500 times when you're all by yourself. The reason why I say that is because I had to run the Norcanapolis 500. That's a terrible name, and I don't know if that's what it originally calls it, but I had to run that today. And, well, it wasn't very good. We'll say that much. Car's too tight. I don't want to talk about it. On the 1 to green here, we'll get this restart here with 29 laps completed. This pace car goes down to the pit lane once more. We'll have Greg Klein and Bruce Pearson on the front row. Green flag's back out. Greg Clyde, car linked at a half lead over Bruce Pearson. It's a little bit more separated than what it was before. Ooh, Alan Brown in the wall. This is a battle for the 6th spot. Front, Greg Clyde continues to lead, however, and he's got about a 3.5 tenths of a second lead over Bruce Pearson, and then there's Eric Fiorello in third, battling number 33, Alan English. They're about a second back. Bruce Pearson here, about 5 tenths of a second. Wow, he gained a lot of that 5 tenths of a second gap. Back down to a 3.5 tenths of a second. Bruce Pearson tried his hardest to gain as much time as he can, but the gap is still maintaining around 4.5 to 5 tenths of a second. Riding the bottom line as best as they possibly can. 35 laps completed, 40 more to go. Greg Clyde is doing all he can to gain as much of a gap as he can. He's actually getting a little bit of a gap. Oh, he moves up the track though. But I still think he gained a little bit of time on Bruce right there. He lost some of that 8 tenths of a second gap, but was nothing major. Bruce trying to track down Greg Clyde, but Greg is doing all he can to have himself a perfect run. He's doing that right now, gaining a couple tenths of a second every single lap, even though he makes a couple mistakes like he did that a couple laps ago when he moved up high and lost about 2 tenths of a second there. He was able to regain that lost time in no time, basically. He's about to put up a second over Bruce Pearson here. "39 laps completed." Greg Clyde, a second and a half ahead of Bruce Pearson. And Alan English up to third. Got a battle for third there between the threes, the 33 and the 3, battling for third. Oh, Alan with a very bad entry into 1. Oh no, and around goes Eric Fiorello.
Do you think we should pit or stay out here?
Oh man. Go back and look here. Eric Fiorello was trying to take advantage of the 33's misfortune. And he clipped that white line and exit on 1 and 2. Ended up getting him off the ground. Ended up getting himself spun. Let's listen on board real quick. Oh, he really wasn't on the throttle that much, but even that tiny bit of throttle input will end up spinning you out if the car is uneven whatsoever. So Alan Brown now inherits the lead because it looks like now everybody's been down pit lane. Everybody's been down to pit lane except for Ellen Brown right now. So we'll have 44 laps completed with across the line. We'll have 30 to go, I believe, on this restart. Greg Clyde will restart up front with Bruce Pearson in second. Alright, we have the 1 to go signal here. With 30 laps to go when they cross the line. 15 minutes left on the clock as well. Pace car is off, getting ready for this restart here.
Green flag, green flag.
There's the green flag, back underway. There are several drivers who are wanting to make it look 3 wide for the lead. They look like they were about to make it 4 wide. Evan Longacre and Jimmy Wessel, they were trying to make a move for the lead with each other. Yeah, it almost made it 4 wide into 1. Oh, and another yellow flag. Eric Fiorello. It's just Eric Fiorello. Let's see what happened to Eric here. Middle 3 wide, scoots up. See what happened here. Was it did somebody miss their braking point again? Or did he end up getting loose on entry? Oh, Jimmy Wessel. Too late braking. Ended up getting right into the quarter panel of Mr. Fiorello there. Back under caution once again. Alright, 1 to go here. We get this restart here with 51 laps completed. We're going to be we're 66% of the way done as we get back to set to go back racing here. Derek Schimmel's being scored as the leader. Greg Klein gets a nice jump out ahead. There's Derek Schimmel. He's going off the pace a little bit so that way he can let these guys by. There we go. A little bit of a scoring error there. Oh, and around goes Greg Clyde. Bruce gets right into him and hard into the driver's side door. Oh, man. Was it just those two that were going to go off scot-free tonight? Oh, that was a terrible hit. Yeah, once more. Bruce the look to try and make a pass. Accidentally missed the breaking point. And just everybody into everybody basically. Look at the mess that happened. Jimmy Wessel gets into like four different people there. Let's watch him once more. Gets into Alan Brown, Evan Longacre. I believe the only person that didn't get any damage from anything was Derek Schimmel. I think. May have gotten something. But everybody got damage from that. With 20 laps left till they cross the line. We'll have 56 laps completed when they cross the line. And for time, it'll be 10 more minutes left on the clock. Give me a chance we can get this over with in laps, maybe. That's a high possibility if we don't get too many more cautions. Some drivers did end up staying out, not taking their fast repairs. So there's not a high chance that we may not see some good handling race cars here. Pace car goes back down into pit lane. Bruce Pearson and Evan Longacre make up row number 1 as we have the green flag waving for this restart. Bruce takes the lead. Evan looks to the inside. Can't quite get to him there, so Bruce will lead this lap.
Caution's out.
Another caution out on the speedway. It should be Wessel's around. Only guy that's around right now, so let's see what happened to Mr. Wessel here. Oh. Bumped right into the 33. Retaliation? No. The one just got spun on his own. Huh. Expected maybe a little bit of retaliation for what we saw there from Alan English, but nothing there. He just lost it on his own. 15 laps to go. So we'll have a restart here with 11 laps left. So far. We've had 9 cautions for a total of 31 plus caution laps. Fastest lap goes to Greg Klein with 18.196. 11 lead changes so far tonight. And the driver who has pitted the least is our current leader of Bruce Pearson, who's only pitted 1 time. Alright, we have the 1 to go signal here. Restart, we'll have 12 laps left. There will not be a lot of racing left, whether it be from the timer or whether it be from the amount of laps that we'll have under caution. So we'll get this restart here. Evan Longacre, Bruce Pearson make up row 1. Up through the gears once more. Green flag back in the air. Three wide for the lead. A 3 car takes it 3 wide on the outside. Can't make it entirely stick. Evan Longacre tries the outside to his advantage, but it doesn't work there. However, he was able to keep a lot of that momentum. Try and pass him on the inside. Can't get anywhere close to it. Bruce is starting to pull away a little bit. Greg Clyde's looking to the inside of him for second. 10 laps to go here at Myrtle Beach. Little bump. Up the track he goes. This is what Bruce is wanting to see. Clean traffic ahead. Nobody behind him. This is battle for second. Roars on. This is helping out our leader gain some time. Both go up the track a little bit north slam, but 4 wide, and they do not make it. Oh, man.
I don't know why you can't hear Earl. Can you hear me?
That was very big.
Call that caution.
These two were battling hard for second. They both moved up the track. See it right here. And they just went 4 wide for 1 split moment. And that caused this chain of spins and nails to the walls. It's just chaos everywhere. 8 laps left in the race. I believe we'll have a chance for 1 final restart. I believe we'll have just enough time to do 1 final restart. We won't get the entire race in, but we're definitely going to have enough to maybe. We'll probably get like a couple lap shootout here. We'll just keep an eye on that timer. Even then, I have no clue when iRacing will throw the white flag. Should have the 2 to go signal, I believe. If we have the 2 to go signal, if we have the 2 to go signal this time, and next time's a 1 to go signal, we should be able to get at least a 2 lap shootout in. If not, may be able to get 1 lap in. We do have a driver 1 lap down, so it's possible that we're not going to get a 1 to go this time. Actually, we may. Okay, yeah, we are. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have about a 2 lap, maybe 3 lap she-banger here for this final restart here. Everybody on track has damage except for... Yeah, pretty much everybody here has damage. Except for the drivers that got involved in the last wreck. Final restart here at Myrtle Beach. Who will take home the checkered flag? Waiting for the restart here. The final restart of tonight's race. Coming down turns 3 and 4. Green flag back in the air. Back to the gears we go. One last ditch effort for any drivers to get up front. Greg Klein nose out ahead. Up the track. Greg Klein clears the 21. Greg Klein takes the lead away. Who's on the track, however? Here comes Bruce Pearson. It's not going to be enough time. We got a wreck in 3 and 4. No caution yet. Oh, no caution right now. We got a side-by-side battle for the lead, however. We see him up and run once more. Moves him up the track. They're going to be side-by-side coming out of turn 3 and 4. Greg Klein gets a nice run out of 4. 2 laps to go. Another one goes around. I think he saved it. White flag will wave this time by. We'll actually get all the laps in. Just in the nick of time, too. White flag. One more lap left here at Myrtle Beach. Greg Klein. The car length and a half gap between first and second. Will it be enough? I think it'll be enough. It'll be enough. Greg Klein will win it here at Myrtle Beach. Here in the K&N&N series. It wasn't pretty, but Greg Klein did it. My, oh my. Crazy race here tonight. While there was a lot of cautions tonight, that final restart made up for him, given the intense battles that we were looking to see. Alright, Greg Klein leads 40 laps tonight to be the winner. Go ahead and we'll grab our top 3 for our interviews for tonight. And we'll go ahead and start off with our winner for tonight's race, Mr. Greg Klein. Got a copy there, Greg?
Hey, what's up?
Alright, you led 40 laps tonight and you had a hard charge late restart pass for the lead. How was the race all in all for you tonight?
I'll tell you what, it's a tough track. I think it's very, very bumpy, and the front tires kept wanting to chatter, and I'm a little worn out tonight. It was a race. It was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah. Lots of stuff happening throughout the day, even up front. I thought for sure you and Bruce were going to be safe from everybody, and that ended up being a little bit wrong there, but you recovered really well and got the win there. Just how confident are you for next week?
I really, really like Indy. I think we're going to have a great race there. I'm pretty confident. I'm feeling top 3. If I get top 3, I'm good.
Indianapolis is really, like, for the K&Ns, they're a really, like, smooth track. It's not too difficult. So
Yeah, it's awesome.
yeah. So, all right. Who do you have? Anybody you want to like thank or give a quick shout out to for your win here tonight?
Oh, I just want to thank the guys for sticking with us and coming and having fun with this. And man, I just hope they enjoy this as much as I do. It was tough, but it was fun, and man, I had a blast.
All right. We'll send you back down there. Congratulations on your win tonight.
All right, thank you.
Okay. And that was our winner of Greg Klein. Let's go ahead and grab second place, Bruce Pearson. Got a copy there, Bruce? Bruce Pearson, you got a copy there, buddy?
Yes, I do. Can you hear me?
Yep. All right, there you are. All right, 25 laps led, second place. You were leading on that last restart. Just what happened there on that last restart?
My car, as the tires got older, needed to arc into the corners, and Greg was on the outside, and I couldn't get out there in that line to come back down low like I could during those 25 laps that I was leading. But he got a great jump on the restart, and a couple laps later, but just higher and let the car free up and go out towards the wall to get any speed coming off the corners. And
All right. And how confident are you heading into Indianapolis next week?
pretty good. I've learned how to save tires in these cars. It's a lot like turn 2 in Pocono. I like to run that track pretty much the same as I do Indy. It's a fun track. Kind of looking forward to it. I feel pretty confident.
All right. And do you have anybody to like quickly shout out to for your second place here tonight?
Well, the Fast Lane Racing channel, well, you do a great job. The guys look forward to your broadcast every week, and the guys that are putting this league together. It's a fun time to listen to them. Just have a great time racing. We had more of that on iRacing, guys. The guys wouldn't take it so seriously all the time. These guys have a lot of fun, and it's a fun Tuesday night. I look forward to it every week.
All right. Same here. All right. With Indianapolis next week, you getting 25 laps led here tonight. Saving tires important at Indianapolis. Feeling pretty confident. Not only here on the broadcast, but you got a pretty good. You'll have a pretty good shot next week for Indianapolis because saving tires is very important at that track. And if you can save tires really well, you could really do amazing stuff at that track. So send you back down there, and congratulations on your second place tonight.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Alrighty. And Eric Fiorello is currently not in the Discord channel as of right now. So if that does change once I get done with the lineup finishing results, I will grab him for an interview as well. But right now, let's just go ahead, get rid of everything here, and grab the top 8 finishers here. Only 8 drivers started tonight. Greg Clyde and Bruce Pearson round out the field in 1 and 2 with a great last restart battle there with Eric Fiorello in 3rd. Alan Brown 4th, Derek Schimmel 5th, Jimmy Wessel in 6th, Alan English 7th, and Evan Longacre rounds out the 8th driver field that we had tonight. Well, it wasn't very pretty tonight. It wasn't very clean either. 40 laps were ran under caution. However, we had a very clean last 7 or so laps there. Just barely able to hit the mark on the time, which is good. Next week is Indianapolis, and it's one of my favorite tracks for the to run in the K&N cars. Not so much on the Indy cars. But next week, Indianapolis, Indianapolis is a great track for any broadcast. So we do expect to see a green flag run. Hopefully, maybe less cautions than what we had here tonight, but I'm happy with these. I'm happy with broadcasting with these guys every single week. So I'm looking forward to next Tuesday night here on the Fast Lane Racing Station. We'll have the ADD Racing's K&N&N series at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But for now, we'll go ahead and say goodnight from us tonight. We'll see you next week here on the Fast Lane Racing Station for the ADD Racing's K&N&N series, live at Indianapolis. Good night, everybody.